Our first live guest of the morning.
Yes, we are. The CW Courtside Saturday tips off this weekend with an ACC men's doubleheader. Now, Georgia Tech visits 8th-ranked Miami at noon, followed by 7th-ranked Duke, who is traveling to Atlanta to take on Georgia Tech. You can catch all of that here on the Triad CW.
And returning to the show this morning, we have Tom Wormy, the lead play-by-play announcer.
And he is here to give us a preview of Saturday's games. Good morning, Tom.
Good morning. It's great to be with you again.
Thank you so much, as always, for being here. So let's start with some of the big teams or players that we should be keeping an eye out for in the ACC this year.
Well, throughout the entire conference, there's just a wealth of talent. You start with probably Duke and North Carolina. Those are the two big brand names. Everybody wants to know what those teams are doing. And unfortunately, Duke lost its second game of the season last night in Arkansas. They'd never been there before, and they got beat, and Arkansas stormed the court. But it's very early in the season. Kyle Filipowski is the returning MVP of the ACC tournament from a season ago, and Jon Scheyer, all he had to do was take over from Mike Krzyzewski, and he won the ACC tournament a season ago. So you start with them. North Carolina, they've only got one loss. They're 6-1 on the season, and that was a close loss to Villanova out of the Big East. And they beat Tennessee in the ACC SEC Challenge, which is new this year. And Armando Bacot is the steadying force. RJ Davis on the perimeter. Bacot's a double-double waiting to happen every single night. So I think you start with those two, but you've got to keep your eye on the Clemson Tigers, who have veteran leadership. They're 6-0 on the season so far this year. And Miami, although they suffered a tough loss to Kentucky in that ACC SEC Challenge, they had been undefeated up until that point, and they are currently ranked 8th in the nation. So, I mean, we could go on and on for hours talking about the depth of talent in the ACC.
It seems like we're there every year, too. This Miami squad made the Final Four last year, a very unlikely Final Four last year. Do you think they're positioned to make another good run this year?
So I love when people say that because, yes, on the surface it certainly was unlikely. But Jim Larrañaga is their head coach. He's been there for many years, and he's part of that group of head coaches, that Hall of Fame group that we're starting to move away from into those newer coaches taking over programs. I mentioned Jon Scheyer at Duke to lead the way there, Hubert Davis at North Carolina after Roy Williams, Adrian Autry's at Syracuse taking over for the Hall of Famer Jim Boeheim. So there's all those different components. And then you've got Jim Larrañaga, who's been around for a long time. And the previous year, prior to that Final Four run, they were in the Elite Eight. They added Nigel Pack and Norchad Omier to last year's team, along with Isaiah Wong, who he was just the player of the year in the ACC a season ago. So do they have a chance to make another run? I honestly think that there are so many players in the ACC and beyond that have a chance to make runs in the NCAA tournament with the landscape that we have in college basketball right now, where players have the flexibility to move around, to transfer, to play right away within their conference. I mean, just an example off the top of my head, Joe Girard from Syracuse, one of their all-time best three-point shooters, now plays for a different team that wears orange. He's at Clemson, and as I mentioned, they're 6-0, and they just beat Alabama in the ACC SEC Challenge. So can Miami make a run? Yes. Are there many other teams in the ACC that can do it? Absolutely.
That's the fun of college basketball, huh?
Yeah.
That's right. And Tom, you are providing the play-by-play announcing for Duke versus Georgia Tech game. What is your impression of Duke's team this year?
So like I said, they're coming off a tough loss at Arkansas, the defending champs in the ACC at the tournament, which, by the way, this year we're going back to Washington. That'll be the third time we go to Washington. We were last there in 2016. And North Carolina won it that year and then went all the way to the title game and lost to Villanova, came back in 2017 and won the national championship. So there are a lot of things at play. But as far as Duke is concerned, maybe they go down to Atlanta hungry, super hungry for a victory after what happened on the road at Arkansas. And watch out for Georgia Tech. Now, Georgia Tech, which right now is 3-2 on the season, they won against Mississippi State in a kind of a surprise victory for Georgia Tech. Miles Kelly leading the way for them. He's a veteran player. They've got support coming off the bench as well. So they won that game against a Mississippi State team that was ranked in the top 25. So they got a ranked victory coming in. So there are a lot of good things that are colliding, storylines. And Georgia Tech has a first-year head coach as well in Damon Stoudemire, who was an All-American player at Arizona, played in the Final Four, coached at Pacific, was the head coach there for a while out on the West Coast, and he's spent the last 2 years as an assistant with the Boston Celtics. So he brings all that knowledge and skills and abilities that he had as a player, trying to impart them on his team, and it appears that right now it could be working as Duke comes down to Atlanta. That place is going to be rocking on Saturday.
Yeah, well.
Well, it's exciting that we have these college basketball teams playing on the CW. Thanks so much for your time, Tom. And for everyone, if they would like to tune in to the CW, Courtside Saturday tips off this weekend. December 2nd, Notre Dame is at Miami and Duke is up against Georgia Tech. It all begins right here at noon on Saturday.